What it do, baby? It's your boy Ericoo. We back with another one, man. I got John with me. Today we about to chop it up about this Devin Haney, Tank Davis potential fight situation, back and forth. All the riffraff, all the hoopla that been going back and forth. I've been really tapping in, paying attention, man. Because, I really got reinvigorated with boxing about 5 years ago, man. I kind of seen all this coming. I seen Tank. I seen Bud Crawford, Spence. I seen all these great fighters, Haney, Shakur Stevenson. And I was like, it looked like we about to come into a great era of boxing, man. And I'll be damned. We done made it, baby. We here now, and shit getting real. And now, after this Haney win, after the Prograis Haney fight, it's a lot of new energy, surrounding the whole boxing scene, especially with Devin Haney in the 140 division. Now that Haney has dismantled, after Haney dismantled Prograis, because he dismantled that boy. Ain't no question about that. He looked very impressive. But the public, and it's like the public is kind of like reacting off of that, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. And Bill Haney's taking advantage of it. And I don't blame him. Yeah. Like, he's working the social media, he's working the fans, he's working the media, he's working the narrative, and
working that shit hard.
Yeah, and it's like it's working, in my opinion, because like now a lot of people make it seem like Tank is scared to fight him and this, that, and the third, and Tank I was just listening to the boxing voice, and shout out to you, the boxing voice. I think the dude name is Ness. I just ran across his page a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? Gave him a nice couple of listens and everything. I subscribed and everything. So shout out to you, brother. I mean, they was having some debates about that over the last couple of days, and I think they was on live today. And Bill Haney and all them was on there, and Haney was on there talking real greasy, man. Like, he talking real greasy, saying Tank's scared, and why we got to fight at a catch weight, or why we got to do a hydration clause and this, that, and the third. I get it. You want to fight at your weight. You don't want no hydration clause. Your son a champion, Bill. I get it. But we not no fools, though. And this is what I got to talk about with the boxing voice and all that. Because he clearly pro Haney. Yeah. I love Haney, too. I'm a fan of both fighters. But if I had to pick one that I was more a fan of, I would pick Tank. And I just don't feel like the narrative is being spoken honestly. Like, bruh, you sitting there telling that what's all the excuses, this, that, and the third. Okay, if you saying why Tank need a hydration clause, why he can't come to, why he can just fight him after they weigh in at 140 and whenever they come into the ring, and they come into the ring. Like, you acting like we all don't know that Haney is clearly the bigger man. He is the bigger man. We know that. We all know that. So you saying you wanted this to be fair and you weighing at 140, and it is what it is. Tank is not fighting at 140 right now. He's fighting at 135. Haney's fighting at 140. Haney was killing himself to stay at 135. Haney's naturally a bigger fucking man. He's a bigger boxer. So if they weigh in at 140 and they walk in there and there's no hydration clause, Tank gonna walk into the ring about 150, maybe a little more, and Devin gonna be he gonna walk in at 165. And he gonna be good. And so you saying if that was a scenario, that would be fair to you? That's a question to the boxing voice. Like, cause I just heard your whole back and forth, your whole, you know what I'm saying? Not the whole thing. I heard a lot of it, and I pretty much got the message what you was saying. And that's what you was trying to get to. And a lot of the callers on the channel was coming and saying and basically sharing your sentiments, but at the same time, when people coming and saying Tank's side and saying what I'm saying, you saying this excuses and why are we talking about this and this, that, and the third. Bro, it been plenty of fights in history where people fighting in different weight classes, but they close enough where they'll meet in the middle, or there'll be certain clauses so it could be fair on both sides. Stop trying to act oblivious to the fact that Devin is bigger than Tank, bro. Like, if they was to weigh in at 140 with no clauses, Devin's going to be way bigger than that man. So in that case, it would be fair to you. And that would be okay with you, right? Versus 15-pound weight clause, so he can come in at 155. That's not good enough for you? You saying it don't matter and all this and all that, so he can't, 15 pounds not enough for him to put on, for him to be comfortable? Why he got to put on all this extra weight? If it don't matter. I thought it don't matter. He just came up from 135 to 140, so we know if he only could put on 15 extra pounds, that shouldn't be like, oh, that's gonna make him so unhealthy, or he gonna be so depleted because he couldn't put on a bunch of extra weight. Why he got to put on that extra weight for? If he fighting somebody that's not gonna be nowhere near at all that size that he's trying to get to, like I don't understand. Like y'all, it's like y'all need the size advantage to have a chance. If that's the case, just say it, bruh. Just say that. Don't make it seem like Tank is scared to fight this man or he need a clause and all that. Bruh, he's way bigger than that man, bruh. We all know it. Stop being stupid. Like, stop trying to act like you're naive to that or that is not a real factor, bruh, because it is. Stop what you're doing, man. Tank ain't scared to fight nobody. Then if you got to think about the business side, y'all niggas act like y'all can't understand the business side. That shit didn't make no business sense for that fight that been happen. It never, like that fight would have been happening, that shit didn't make no sense.
No.
Like, come on, man. Y'all got to be realistic with that shit. Y'all really blowing me. Y'all throwing me off with that shit, man. Y'all acting like y'all know what the fuck going on. And then, now y'all done got Tank. Y'all done got Tank on it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really ready to, y'all look like y'all pulling, y'all keep poking the bear. And so when you wake up out of his hibernation, don't be mad at what the fuck happened. Because I like Devin. I really like Devin, man. And he impressed the fuck out of me against Pro Grades. I'm not saying he can't beat Tank. After what I seen against Pro Grades, he definitely has a chance. But I don't see it happening. And I know Bill and them know that shit ain't ready to happen. I know they know Devin not ready for Tank for real. And the only way they gonna do it is if they go into the fight with no clauses that's gonna make the fight actually fair. Because like the boxer voice, unlike people like the boxer voice that keep trying to make it seem like that's gonna like the fight is gonna be fair if it is no clauses. And make it seem like why Tank need all these help? Why he need help? Was he scared? Why he need a clause? Because Devin is way bigger, bro. We all know size counts in boxing, bro. So y'all gotta keep this shit all the way 100 and stop being goofy, dog. If it's a 15-pound clause and he can come in at 155, I see no problem with that. I don't see how Devin is at a disadvantage within himself, not compared to Tank or anything. I'm talking about just period. You weigh in 140, you could put on 15 pounds. I don't see how that would make him less capable of doing anything versus anybody. So if that's the case, why is that a problem? Stop what y'all doing, man. Stop what y'all doing, man. My man Tank ain't scared of nobody, dog. And on top of that, y'all don't get that boy hurt. What Tank said? I think Tank said something like that, man. They said Tank was on social media today. He said something along them lines.
He said, I'm going to knock your son out, Bill.
He said, I'm going to knock your son out, Bill.
Oh, my dead homie.
Okay, now he got a quote right here. I'm reading an article from the boxingsocial.com. This is an article from the boxingsocial.com. And here's a little bit of it. With Devin Haney set to formally vacate his 3 remaining lightweight belts, there's a good chance Tank, who is currently WBA regular champion, will be fighting for the world title. Another man who was Another man that was unified at lightweight is Teofimo Lopez, now a champion, one division up at 140 pounds. With one eye on the 135 contenders given the chance, they make their jump later. He told the Jackson podcast that Davis is the best for the bunch. So that's what Haney told the Jackson podcast. But here's the quote that Tank said, apparently said on social media. Hold on, where is it at? Excuse me, I'm trying to find a quote.
Within that joint?
I thought it was right here. Wasn't it right here? Yeah, I can't find the quote right now, y'all.
The exact quote.
Yeah, the exact quote. But he basically said what Brody said he said, which was he told Bill that I'm gonna hurt your son on my dead homies. And he said, y'all best to enjoy it while it lasts. So something along those lines. So Tank responded today, and he said, Bill and Devin, y'all better enjoy it while y'all can, because it's not going to be a long reign at the top, because y'all want to keep hopping out there and get him to fight that boy Tank. It's not going to work out well for him, in my opinion. Now, Tank, let me get to you. You have to, the public has kind of put the narrative that's like you haven't fought nobody real, and you especially you haven't fought no black fighters. All you fight is Latino fighters. You know what I'm saying? And that is true. But I don't see it like where it's like you fixing it that way. You like not fighting legit fighters. You know what I'm saying? We all know most Latinos have certain styles. So it's like I get what people trying to say. Like you're not fighting no real, you know what I'm saying, fighters and whatnot. Not to say that Latinos don't have skill, but most of their styles are, you know, based on, you know how Latinos fight. You know, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but you know, y'all know what I'm saying. So the narrative is trying to be like, oh, Tank don't fight nobody real here for no black fighters. You know what I'm saying? So Tank, the time has come, man. Like you gotta answer that call because these people playing with you. So you gotta just do that just to show these people like that ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the narrative is that's the narrative that Bill and them trying to shift, and the public look like they're going for it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respond and make sure that they make sure that everybody know that's not what it is. You feel me? Am I right, John? And how you feel about this whole situation? I'm gonna let John holler at y'all real quick so he can get his input on
First of all, as you talking, I'm thinking the whole boxing community gotta give some credit and more respect, I think, to Ryan Garcia. Because when it came to today fight, the negotiation wasn't going like this. He accepted all these clauses and all that. He had no problem with it, and it's not going to be like that for all these other fighters. Devin Haney is a clear example. So clearly, yeah, give respect to Ryan Garcia for that. But for far as Devin Haney and Tank, first of all, Tank, man, he clearly going with the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. It's just clear. Like he's going for the money fights. He's going for the fights that's going to get him the most money. Like clearly, and at the same time, I mean, he is fighting good fighters. I would say he might not be fighting the best fighters he could fight, but
I would say he's setting it up to do that. He hasn't like made it yet, but he basically
he hasn't done it yet.
But he like said he moving like you right. He moving in that type of same plight. The same.
What he's gonna do is maximize those fights. He's not just gonna take them to take on the best challenge. He's gonna maximize that shit financially. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's it right there. And then on the Bill and Devin Haney side, yeah, like you said, I respect. You know what I'm saying? Them playing the game like that because they're on the other side. They're not about to
dictate.
Yeah, they're not about to dictate. They gotta do what they can to dictate what they can.
Mm-hmm.
Tank is the ace at the end of the day, and he's a champ. He got the belt at 140.
Nah,
or was it 135?
I think he
WBA champ.
Yeah, he might have one belt.
Yeah,
at 135. Yeah.
I definitely saw that somewhere online. So he got all the power. He can dictate that shit. And if Devin don't want to do it, then they're not gonna fight. And this is what Bill and Devin are resorted to. They're resorted to
playing using what they can, the media, the fans, social media.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The B-side game.
Yeah, which I understand, I respect too. You right, for sure.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Bill acknowledged. I said I was listening to the boxing voice. Bill acknowledged that they're the B side. He said I would give Tank that.
Okay.
He was talking a lot of wild stuff, but he said some fair things like that. He acknowledged that he will accept the B side. Okay. But like I'm saying, like he playing the game real good. That sound good. He's saying that. So to the layman, to the casual fan, that's like, oh, Bill and them saying they ready. They said they the B side, they accepting whatever. So what's going on with you, Tank? So now it make Tank look real wild, like it's all on him and he just stalled it. You know what I'm saying? People not understanding like what you said. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, the business side, which is way more important, like at the end of the day, than all this other stuff. Cause like, trust me, they once you went into this deep, they love the sport. They actually know about the history, the legacy, and all that. That's important to them. But they ain't nothing more important than the money. Like when it comes down to it, like it ain't nothing more important than that. Like when you're in the business, when you know what I'm saying, you're a fighter and stuff like that. Like you said, you're trying to maximize. He really was with Floyd. Floyd was front. You know what I'm saying? He had firsthand acknowledgement. He has firsthand experience with watching Floyd, being around Floyd. I'm pretty sure Floyd literally taught him like certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put him on certain stuff, like showed him certain things. So it's like you right. He literally he coming at it like that. He see how this man just finessed the whole sport and is a legend now. So he gonna follow that blueprint. And it doesn't make, and like I said, it make no sense for that fight to happen anytime before right now. Like now, I can understand and kind of see like, okay, it's getting close to where it could be starting to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe like two fights away from each of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
because Devin
like
had to get to that point. He wasn't at that point.
He wasn't at that point.
All that shit that the boxing voice and hardcore boxing fans is saying, which is true to an extent, which is like, oh, they going on Leonard Ellerby for saying stuff like you gotta bring more than hardware. But I mean, if you just like, no, that wouldn't make sense for Tank to only go after the hardware. You gotta bring some other shit to the table. You have to. Devin is finally starting to
build it up. Yeah, he's starting to get the fans. He's starting to get like the recognition.
Yeah,
and he actually showed, what he just showed against Regis.
Exactly.
So it's like you gotta acknowledge that. And like I said, I'm a Haney fan. I am a Haney fan. I like Haney. He impressed the shit out of me. Like, you know what I'm saying, against Prograis. So, but I just don't like how people like taking everything with that fight and all that, the narratives with Tank and everything, like running with it and make it seem like it's really like, oh, Tank running from Devin. He don't want to fight Devin. Tank don't want to fight nobody. We tired. He was on this talking. We tired of Tank fans crying and making excuses up like, your man don't fight nobody. He don't fight nobody. Who you gonna fight? He say he the best and you gotta fight the best. Like, I get it though. That's what I'm saying. The boxing voice, this ain't no disrespect. It's just a difference of opinion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't disrespecting you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your show is cool. Your podcast. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I like what you had going on. I like your opinions and everything, how you speak about the sport of boxing and all that. But we just have a difference of opinions on this one. You know what I'm saying? I like Haney for sure, but he not fucking with Tank for real. And besides that, I ain't gonna say he not fucking with Tank. Cause like I said, I feel like he could be Tank. I don't think he will, but I feel like he could. But the whole narrative thing, like you spinning it, make it seem like, oh, why you need a clause if you believe in yourself, and why we can't just fight fair up, square up. Like, we know if they weigh in at 140 with no clause, we know the boxing voice. We all know that Haney's gonna come in at least 15 pounds bigger than that man. Like, and that's in that case, in that scenario, that would be fair to you. I understand the history of boxing. I understand like all them clauses wasn't really a part of the sport, and it always been a thing where you weigh in what you weigh in, and you come in wherever you come in, and everybody understand, like, yeah, somebody might come in 20 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than when they weighed in. It is what it is. You just gotta be ready for it. Or you can do the same, or if that's not comfortable for you, you just gotta accept it and deal with the fact that dude probably be bigger than you. But we didn't got to a place and a time where that's not necessarily the case no more. You know that, bro. You already know that. So stop acting like that's not a reality. That's the thing that was blowing me. You act like that's not a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one of the callers to call in your show was giving examples of other fighters that have fought. You know what I'm saying? And people have taken hydration clauses and things like that. They understand. That's what they're not stupid. They understand, like, you have to give and take. You have to meet in the middle somewhere. De La Hoya knew he had to meet in the middle when it came to Pacquiao. Now, did he come in fucking weak as shit, small as shit, and we clearly seen that he wasn't his top self? We did see that, and that's fucked up. And you're right though. I don't like that. See, that's why I agree with you, the boxing voice. I don't like that because I wanted the clause to work where it's like as even as possible, like as even as possible. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was where they had to be for that fight, because Pacquiao was small as shit. He's small as a motherfucker. So I think he came up to 147 to fight De La Hoya. And De La Hoya, like I said, drained himself, killed himself to get down there to 147, which is unfortunate because we all seen, I don't know about we all, but I can see that he wasn't his top, potential self that night. And that is unfortunate. And that's the point I agree with you on. I want people to be at their best. But what you're suggesting, and like why you can't just come in at 140 and just be who you are, that's because we all know that's not going to be both fighters at their best. Or they might be at their best, but it's like a clear advantage one way. And like I said, we wanted to be as even as possible. We don't want one fighter to have a clear advantage, which is Haney, who's already the bigger man, a bigger fighter, to be able to just come in at any side. He's going to be way bigger than Tank. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day, but it's like, it get to a point, it's like, damn. Like, this is boxing, we get it. Like, we understand. He's not no heavyweights. These are little guys, for like, relatively speaking. So, 10 pounds is a big difference, dog. So, if he putting a 55 limit on 140, 15 pounds, that Devin can't be his best at 155. When he just came, he just was fighting at 135 earlier this year. He can't walk into the ring at 155 and be okay. I don't see the problem with that. I don't see if you telling me Devin not gonna be at his best self at 155, then I would just agree with you and I understand. But I feel like he will be able to be his best. So maybe we got a difference of opinion. We see stuff different right there or whatever, man. But that little excuse and all of that shit don't fly over here, bro. Like we ain't stupid. Like we not about to let you like say that like, oh yeah, you right. You know, man, Tank is scared because he need a clause and without why you can't fight without a clause? Like, bro, we get it. Just like Ryan got it. And one thing I would say about Ryan though, I did tell you that. I feel like Ryan, like he not in it as deep as these dudes. Like he in it, but he knew what he was about to make on that shit. He was like, we about to make this money.
He not looking at the legacy.
He not looking at the legacy. He was like, if I lose, I lose. I believe he believed that he was gonna win. I guess he talked himself and thought himself to really believe, and I could tell he was. But I was always telling you like he's like talking like he was trying to like get himself to believe that shit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the type of mentality he just had to go to try to give himself a chance to beat Tank because he knew deep down in his heart he wasn't better than Tank.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, he knew that when he took that fight too. So he just said, "F it." Like he said, he talked himself, he tricked himself or whatever, like I can do it. Or maybe he really believed, part of him probably really believed, man, I can do it. So, like, fuck it. We gonna shop the world. Yeah, we gonna get this money and we gonna shop the world. So, but at the end of the day, I know part of the back of his head knew that even if I don't win, like, F it, like, he think, like, man, I might get this 30 mil.
Yeah.
And he went and got that 30 mil. You know what I'm saying? So he a little different. So I'm in that way where it's like, he was like, whatever we gotta do, we gonna make this fight, we gonna get this money. Like, not to say, like I said, he don't care about the sport, or he didn't care about winning, or he didn't think he was gonna win. But I don't feel like the other side of the priority a little more with him, in my opinion. Like, just looking at his personality and stuff like that. Not like I said, not to say he not a real boxer, he don't love the sport, he don't want to be great. 'Cause I believe that too. But I feel like Haney and these dudes, they just they're a little more deeper in it, where it's like, yeah, they not about to sell out at all for like, you know what I'm saying, just to get no money. They're going to make sure everything is fair pocket. They actually care, like, a little bit more, like, about the boxing part, about their legacy, about winning and shit like that.
That point right there is where I agree with you. That's where Tank is being disrespected, people acting like he don't, like, care about the legacy and the competition. Like, he's literally fighting nobodies. He's fighting good people. Like, Devin Haney is in talks right now to fight Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen what Tank did with him, so it's not like he's fighting literally nobody. Like, he's fighting respectable people.
Mind you, he went up to 140 and for Barrios.
Yeah.
And Barrios, in that fight, they had a what? What did they have in that fight?
What?
Hydration clause?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. They did.
Yeah.
They did. Because, like, that's only fair, bro. Tank, like, it's not even about, like, necessarily who you are, where you coming from. Because Devin just came from 135. But you have to be, like, reasonable. You can't, like, be fake. Like, we know Devin is, like, a bigger man. He has a bigger frame. Like, we see it. He was killing himself to stay at 135. Tank not killing himself to stay at 135. He's a smaller guy. He could put on a little bit more weight, but he's not, like, built that same way. So it's like, we all acting so like, people like the boxer voice, that's what was throwing me off. Because, like, he acting like we don't know that. Well, that's not a reality. So you saying, like, them coming in at 140 and not having no hydration clauses, that's going to be fair. It's going to be even. That's not going to be even, bro. That's not going to be fair. Unless you don't care about that man walking in 10 to 15 pounds bigger than that man, and you feel like, hey, they that's what it is, because that's not that be the first time that happened. So I get it too. That's what I'm saying. I get it. That's the history of boxing. That's not you know what I'm saying, no far-fetched shit. That's how it always used to be. But shit done changed now, bro. And it's like, we all can have sense and be reasonable. Like, yeah, that's kind of fair. Well, I feel like 15 pounds, that's a lot. But it's like, okay, if it's like that's the limit, that's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if Devin get the 155, Tank not gonna walk in at 140. So he might walk in at 150. So boom, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, but it's like, what if there is no clause and he walking at 150 and Devin walking 165? Y'all cool with that? I'm asking the boxer world, fuck who fan you is, or this for the Devin fans, for the Tank fans, for the boxing fans, whatever. Would y'all be cool with knowing, like, Devin walking at 165 and Tank at the 150? Would y'all be cool with that? Like, I wouldn't be cool with that.
Yeah, I remember when after he fought, beat Stephen Fulton, people was talking about who he could fight next and his potential opponents, and somebody threw out Tank Davis, and You know, nobody really called for that because they know like the size difference is too much. But it's like Tank. If they were to make that fight happen, I don't think nobody would be mad if anyway try to do some type of shit that Tank is doing now because it's like the size difference is too big.
Yeah, so like if you want to fight me, Tank, we got a hydration clause shit like that.
Yeah.
And Tank will probably accept it, knowing like, okay, yeah, we know what's going on. Yeah. We know you a little, you know. So if we ain't do that, I'm gonna walk in how I regularly walk in, and I'm gonna punish you for sure. So I'm gonna give you a better chance. It's like De La Hoya knew, just like other fights that happened like in history where people then took Triple G or Canelo.
It's a part of
Triple G Canelo. It's a part of the
boxing history.
Yeah,
too.
man. So like that's why I understand like you know what I'm saying, the boxer voice when he was sitting there trying to make it seem like we don't know like that's been a part of history as well.
Yeah.
And like especially this era fighter, they're more on it because they aware they legacy. They're aware what the fuck going on. They're not trying to walk into the ring with somebody like 20, 25 pounds bigger than them and shit like that. Like what kind of fucking sense does that make? Is that really fair?
It's weight class.
Like you saying what's like the rules are and what's fair. You were saying like what's fair and what's the rules, two different things. We understand what the rules are. The rules, you weigh 140, there's no clause, you can come in and however you want. You at the weigh-in, if you're 140 or less, you are good. Whatever the fuck you come in, that's on you. We all know that's the rules, but is that fair? It's a difference. So you was supposed to, we want a fair fight. If you don't want a fair fight, if you don't want no clause, we're taking Haney, bro. And Bill and them know that. That's why they saying what the fuck they saying. That's why they moving how they moving within the media right now. Yeah. And it's like, I get it. Hey, I'm not mad at them or none of that. I'm not mad at all. Like, they out there doing their thing because, like you said, that's the position they in. And that's going to even make more interest in a fight. That's just going to build a fight up regardless. So I love it. I'm here for all that. But it's like, for the boxing fans to like feed into it and like come at it on that side with the narrative, like yeah, Tank's scared and I ain't even ready. And they say they ready for the contract and they not sending no contract and blah blah blah. Like they being real naive and real like you know.
You know another thing about that too, Tank. I'm not loving the way he's playing the narrative game too. So I think that's playing into it.
He not playing it good. He not. You're right. He not playing, but because he not playing, because he not really like on that mental. Like he not thinking like that.
Yeah.
Like right now, like with that shit. Like he more like that's he like coming with real like how he really feel about this shit. Like he like reacting like now I ain't saying off emotion like he emotional like that.
It
But
don't look like he really strategizing.
He not strategizing like the way Billy does. Like it's doing that shit
yeah.
strategically for a reason, bro. Like Tank, you know what I'm saying? Because he not on that mental space, because he on the other side. He don't gotta try to do all that, and that's how he feel. But it's like now the narrative changing though. So they doing that, and they are changing. He not playing it good to like combat that.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, halt it. So it's like that shit's on to take over. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta be careful. Or it's like he might not care. He might be like, fuck it, y'all can say what y'all say, and the hype could be how it's gonna be. Like whatever gonna happen. Like whatever that shit signed, and we get in that ring. that's what I'm worried about. You feel me? That's how Tate looking at it. So he the A side, he tripping. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting in that way because Bill and them is like gaining traction on that side, which is good for the fight.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Tank is already up here, and Haney, we all know who he is. He's a talent. He's a young phenom. He's been around for a minute, but he just don't got like that name like Tank got. So now he's starting to get it. That's great for the fight. That's way better for the fight. But yeah. Then I think on the boxing voice I seen wasn't it didn't you tell me you seen Calvin Ford and Bill Haney? They was on live together? Or they was on the boxing, I think they was on the Boxing Voice show.
The Boxing Voice.
Yeah, the Boxing Voice. They was on the Boxing Voice show together and they had some words, I think. So I think matter of fact we might have the video, you know what I'm saying? We might have a quick sound of that, so we about to let y'all hear that real quick. Hold on, y'all. Oh man, so as y'all hear, Bill Haney, the dad of Devin Haney, coach, trainer, and Calvin Ford, the coach and trainer of Tank Davis, got into it on live earlier, man. Y'all heard what was said, man. Bill Haney, man, you know, he on his best bullshit right now, man. He calling everybody, he going smack at everybody. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm fucking with Bill, though. He trying like going ham right now. Hey, Bill, going ham. He said, I ain't gonna hit my mouth that weekend. You gotta hit your mouth. So apparently, he said Calvin Ford got punched in the mouth, like in whatever altercation or situation that was involved with. We don't know what's going on, but they over here just sending shot. You know what I'm saying? You heard Calvin Ford, he off here. Look, man, you on some bullshit, dog. Like, you doing all this bullshit. Like, I told you we gonna see you. You over there doing all this bullshit. See, that shit right there confirmed what I just said. I told you, dog. That shit confirmed what I just said. Like Calvin and Tank, they already know what's happening there. They like, yeah, and they know like the fight ain't like ready for it. They know Bill them wasn't really ready for that fight right now. Or maybe they was. But they probably, so I'm saying, people gotta understand the business side.
Yeah,
like they don't understand the business side. Like it could be like it could be a thing where like Haney them on their side, everybody was ready to fight, and Calvin and them like and Elder Leonard be, I know he definitely telling like, look, that shit gonna happen. Chill, but just chill. Yeah. Like, you know, Elder be coming from that Mayweather school. He telling Haney like chill a little bit more. Like, I get it. We're not gonna do the Pacquiao Mayweather jump. We're not gonna let it go that far. It's not gonna be like they out they prime, none of that. But just chill a little bit longer. Let this shit build up. We can get this money off this thing. This money. Like that, you already know that's what they thinking on that side. And I get it. I understand. I kind of wanted to be like that too, because I feel like they not nowhere near like at the end of their prime, where it's like it's gonna be like a Mayweather Pacquiao situation.
Yeah. Or even Spence Crawford.
And I feel like that was pretty good.
I think they probably got at least 4 more years to get to a Spence Crawford point. At least 4 more years.
Nah. I don't know. They got that much time. I think they got like 4 more years to get the Pacquiao Mayweather time. That's when it's Pacquiao Mayweather time.
I'm looking at
4 more years. Haney gonna be 29. Tank gonna be like what?
30 what?
32, 33.
How old he now?
I think he's 20 or 29.
28, right 29.
So he gonna be like 32, 33 maybe.
Yeah.
And that's like that's what I'm saying. I don't see
that's
Tank.
All right.
That's alright, but Tank not. That's what I'm saying. Tank, I don't see him fighting till he like 35, like past 35. I don't see Tank fighting past 35 at all. And Haney started off so young, and he got so many fights. I don't see him doing it either.
Okay.
But Haney would still be in his prime in 4 years. 29, he would still be in his prime, even at the back end of his prime.
He might be better.
He might be better then. He might. But Tank, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know. So in that situation, I feel like that would be Pacquiao maybe over 4 years. 2 to 3 years, that's like Spence. Spence Crawford, like 2 to 3 years. That's where it's like basically like we know they might not quite be like the best version, but we know they both in their prime right now. Like no question. Like Spence was in his prime. I don't care what happened in the fight. I mean, I ain't gonna say that because the accidents and all that.
But his last performance, besides that weird shit, we thought his teeth got knocked out.
Yeah,
he was looking.
He was looking pretty like he was getting back to being Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So. But that one, yeah, because the accidents and shit, maybe a little asterisk for that one. But Bud was clearly still he was clearly in his prime. He's still in his prime. So that was no question. But it's like I would want it to happen in the next probably 2 years, like 1.5 to 2 years. Like,
I mean, that's cool.
I feel like the end of next year or something like that. It would be like really ready, or maybe the beginning of like what? The beginning of 26, yeah, like the end of 25 or like middle to end of 25, the beginning of 26. I feel like the fight would be ready then. Okay. Like it's like we have to be a little more patient as boxing fans and like understand on that part of it. Like we can't just like, cause this imagine if they all would have fought already. Like okay, now what's left? Like it's like they're just gonna keep fighting each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like which would not be that bad. Like but this is like. We don't want to see it too many times. Like, families can have, dudes can have trilogies and all that. That would be cool. That's what I'm saying. But, like, y'all want to do that now? it's like, oh, y'all want to wait a little bit before it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, what's left after that? But, you know, you can look at it the other way. You do that, boom, y'all, like, the legacy, the fans is going to be going crazy. Y'all like, y'all legacy is going to be, like, getting enhanced on some Hearns, Leonard shit. That's why they name always mentioned, because they was going at it. Durant, Hearns, all them members had where they was going at each other, and they ain't duck each other. You know what I'm saying? People, like, respected. That's because Sugar Ray, like, and that's why Sugar Ray is ranked so high, because he was kind of like a golden boy, pretty boy, and all that. But like when it came out to when it came out getting to the mud, he was like, he would do it, and like he had heart, bro. Yeah. And he would fight niggas bigger and all that, and like niggas love Sugar Ray because of that, bro. Yeah. So it's like you can get that side of it too and become a straight up legend because of that shit.
Even change his whole style for them. Everybody clearly saw he wasn't supposed to do that. And then
the first fight against Durant, like he let Durant, you know, fuck his head up and like make him fight the fight he wanted to fight, and Durant got him.
But look what happened though. After that, everybody like, Sugar Ray, it's like you wasn't supposed to do that. So that's why, even on the business side and in the ring, it applies to outside the ring too. Yeah, you can't go outside with the game plan. You gotta do what you're supposed to do to maximize yourself, and that's what Tank is doing. You do that,
boom.
Yeah, that's it.
Boom. But like you said, he taking the Mayweather. He was taking the Mayweather route. Yeah. Like we speaking about the opposite. Like they was doing, like we going for the legacy. We ain't nothing like. Then they came in a different era. Like the business side wasn't the way it was, so they wasn't even like thinking the way Floyd was.
No,
like Floyd actually had an opportunity to like really do what he did to like put, you know, be a self-made billionaire basically off of boxing. Like they wasn't in that position, so it's like it was a different era too. So they was like really like, you know, more importantly focused on the legacy and all that, and their name and their reputation and all that. And of course they wanted money. It was getting money, but not like how it is now. And they wasn't in control of their own destiny with that shit. Like a high nigga like Floyd finessed that shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm more speaking to the point of Sugar Ray. I know looking back, he wish he wouldn't have fought like that.
Oh yeah. Oh no question. Ain't no question. But you know, he probably also like, you know, that taught me something that made me better. That you know, I had to go through that to get to where I needed to go type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all need to go through shit mentally to get to different places mentally, get to a better place, a higher place. So, you know, he might have actually needed that to get to that next level also. So it's crazy, man, you know. But I just don't like how the boxing world is like, you know, well, from what I hear on a couple channels and mainly the Boxing Voice, and I ain't gonna lie, that's why I keep bringing you up, bro. It's not personal, but I was listening to your podcast over the last day or so, and a lot of the things I was hearing was from your podcast and from you too. So I'm just quoting, I'm just saying your name, you know, become responding to a lot of things that you were saying and a lot of the callers on your channel was saying. And like I said, I don't necessarily disagree with all of it at all, and I don't mind it. Like, I don't mind disagreements. Like, ain't nobody gonna be thinking about the same thing or agreeing with the same shit all the time. And we don't have to have no conflict with that shit either. But at the same time, it's going to give you my difference of opinion, you know what I'm saying, to counter yours, because I just don't agree, you know, with the overall sentiment you was having. You know what I'm saying, as far as Tank basically being scared and, you know, y'all trying to come up with too much excuses not to make the contract, not to make the fight. Like, this is make the fight. This is weighing up 140 and with no clauses. This is fight. Like, we not, like, it's not that simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really know that. But like I said, you're a Haney guy, so I kind of see you talking with your Haney emotions with everything, and that's fine. That's cool. You could like who you like and root for who you root for. But I'm just saying, like, you know, when you reporting or whatever, like, you know, just try to, you know, think a little more neutral. But no, I can't tell you that. Like, you a fan, you're your own man. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you my response to, you know, the sentiment that you and the fans, certain fans of Haney or the sport were having. You know what I'm saying, with the whole Tank and Devin situation, man, because I'm definitely a Tank guy, man. Ain't no question about that. I fuck with Haney too, but like I said, if it come down to one, I'm definitely going with Tank. You know what I'm saying? So all that scare stuff and all that, that shit is like, that shit ain't what it is at all. Ain't nobody scared, bro. Like, nobody's scared. Like, scared. Like, and then I think he asked Bill Haney. I think Boxing Voice asked Bill Haney, do you honestly think Tank is scared of your son? And this man said yes. Bill Haney said yes, and, you know, gave his answer why. I can't remember exactly what he said as far as his answer why, but he actually said yes. He gave his answer, and I said, whoa, like, you really said that? Like, you really saying that? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, scared? Like, scared.
Bill going
like, my man, hey,
You going hard to sell that
like
fight,
scared, bro. Just like that's what I'm saying. That's why I said like listen to Calvin and Bill go back and forth. I can like, you know, so I can feel that. I can see it. Like that's why I can see the dynamic playing out right there. That's why Calvin like you want that bullshit. Like go ahead, Bill. Like go ahead with that bullshit, Bill. Go ahead with that bullshit, Bill. And Bill like nah, I got it. Hey, I got the juice now. I'm about to ride this shit out. He's like nah, I got the foot on your neck a little bit. I'm about to apply the pressure. Nigga, fuck there ain't no bullshit. Ain't no chill. Nah, Bill like I'm gonna hype this shit up and take this shit to the moon. So I fuck with it. I love it, man. But it's like I get it. That's what I said. People like the boxing boys seem like they caught up in like the real life, like real live like words that's getting said, like in the hoopla, like oh he's scared of why you can't sign a contract, why you need clauses, and like what?
Hey, but at the end of the day, that's gonna be a positive, and you know what I'm saying. Without niggas like him doing that, the fight wouldn't get hyped up as much as it could be.
Nah, for sure. And I appreciate him. He obviously is somebody as far as like, you know, he's plugged into the point where he had Bill Haney call into his podcast, man. So I definitely appreciate, like I said, I subscribed to him and all that yesterday when I first heard him, man. Like any brother I see, you know, I don't know exactly your background. Look like you definitely got some black in you, or if you're not, or if you Latino or whatever, but you melanated brother. So I support all my people, man. So you know, I like the, you know, your platform, how you spoke on it and everything. So ain't no hate, man. Even if I disagree, there ain't no hate, bro. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, this shit is building the fight up, and this boxing shit getting back lit, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely getting back lit, dog. Like, we gotta keep this shit going. The fans gotta keep, you know, speaking their, you know, opinions and letting, you know, our voices be heard, so the fighters can know exactly what time they need to be on. Because
for sure,
like I feel like it's actually like coming to be getting somewhere. Like we finally really getting somewhere. Like Spence and Crawford, Garcia, Tank, like that shit really like change shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit really change shit, because like we all know like they didn't really have to fight, but they did. And like they finally did. Like we seen people that really know they could have ducked each other, but they didn't. And so it's like we all appreciate and respect that, and that's what make us love the sport of boxing, because like we all know how shit is in real life and with the sport of boxing and all that. So when we see people do a certain stuff a certain way, we all like got that appreciation for them, man, because we just know like what would come with all that, and what, you know, with like how they risking it all and how thorough they really are. And we all respect that as boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like the game and the sport heading back into that realm a little bit. And I feel like Brody, you know what I'm saying, that we kind of can have like a best of both worlds thing, where like people might try to take the Mayweather route out of business, but like they kind of give us like the same fights like Hearns and Sugar Ray used to get. Like, you know, they kind of make it like that era too, where they actually fight each other and like they go at it and they actually fight to prove who they are, like why they in their primes and all that. But like I said, at the same time, but they're gonna try to still do the business side, like somebody like Floyd did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can have the best of both worlds, kind of. I'm actually like seeing that in real time as I'm talking right now. So that's like a really, you know, it's an exciting thought and thing to think about right now. You feel me?
Look like we getting there for sure. For sure, yeah. But nah, man, that's it, bro. Like at the end of the day, this fight is about to be, whenever it happens, about to be lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking 2026, 2027 maybe. But I'm probably more patient than most of the boxing fans, it look like, for sure.
How old is Tank?
He's 29. He's 29 right now.
When is his birthday?
He just turned 29 last month, November 7th.
Okay, so he just turned 29, so he got Devin by 4 years. Go to Devin real quick. I think Devin just turned 25 this year,
Yeah,
he got Devin by 4 years. So like I said, 4 years, Devin be 29, he be 33.
Oh, sure. Just turned 25.
He just turned 25. So they both just had birthdays. Happy birthday belated to Devin about a month ago. And when was Tank?
The 7th.
Oh yeah, he was about a month and a half ago. Yeah, happy belated to y'all, man. But so yeah, they 4 years apart on the nose basically. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like Tank, I don't see him fighting at 35 over that. Like I think 35 probably like his last year fighting. I think he got like 6 years left. He's not gonna be sticking around like, no, you know what I'm saying? He's not about to be sticking around like being anything other than who he is. So once he gets to that point where he's not that guy, he's not about to be sticking around. So I see him fighting to like 35. So like this fight need to happen when he like at the worst 32. Like at the worst. Like that's what I said, about 2 years for real, for real. That's what I said, like a year and a half, 2 years. Like he about 20, he about 31.
Yeah.
Haney gonna be what, 27?
I said, yeah, 31 would be cool.
Yeah,
sure.
Haney be 27. Yeah, that's sound about right there.
Yeah.
That's what they need to catch each other at right there. They gonna maximize it all. Yeah, both need their prime, maximize the money. That's what I'm saying. Give each other like more time to have this little back and forth while y'all, beating other niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you scared. Yeah, you scared. That's why you had to fight him. Yeah, I beat his ass. Yeah, you just fought him. You couldn't even drop him. Blah, 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 blah. They gonna be talking shit. And when they finally fight, the appetite for this shit gonna be so high. And then it's like, we also possibly, like I said, hopefully can catch it like where it's like, there's no question they both in their prime. Where it's like, it's nothing else to ask for. Like, we got the best of both worlds to like to everybody's ability. Like the money people, the fans, all that. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said we just gotta be a little more patient, y'all. And I'm telling you, shit gonna happen. But all y'all that think Tank scared of Haney and all that, just stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Boxer voice. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't no beef, ain't no hate, none of that. I fuck with you from what I see from afar, bro. I don't know you personally at all. But you got to stand on that, bruh. All that, my man was scared. My man Tank was scared. He's scared. He's scared of to fight Devin Haney at the 140 without catch weights because blah, blah, blah. Stand on that, bruh. Just stand on it. That's all I'm going to say. Because I always keep saying, like I've been saying for 7+ years now, John. I've been told you about Tank Davis. He's underrated. I kept telling, no. At first I told you like that. But then what I kept telling you when I was like about 5 to 7 years ago, I'm like, bruh, he getting better.
Yeah.
I said, bro, he actually like becoming like a boxer, bro. I said, people sleeping on his boxing. He has IQ. Like, he know how to get shit done. Like, he's just not a big puncher, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So, and he gonna be getting better and better, too. He about to be getting hungry and hungry. God, he didn't went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? My man Tank, he come from a different place than Haney, man. That's what I'm saying. All that scared shit, my man from B-More, bro. Like, I know some of the shit he been through and all that. Like, I know the area, like, I know of the area, like it came from and all that. Like, man, y'all better stop what y'all talking about that scare stuff, man. Like, ain't nobody scared, man. Ain't nobody scared. It's just, like I said, business and politics gotta get done in a certain way so everybody can be happy, man. You feel me? And y'all trying to rush this shit, y'all gonna take the motherfucking cake out the oven before it's baked all the way. You feel me? I can't do that.
Don't do that.
Y'all bake the cake right, baby.
Oh,
and that's what Tank gonna do to Devin. The way I see it, Devin and Devin like that. Let me say that he impressed the shit out of me against pro grades. Like Devin, he looks like that fool. Like I can't believe how good he looked. Like that ability to keep that 5 pounds and going to 140, that shit made a huge difference. Like you said it. Soon remember what you say. Soon we seen the weigh in.
I'm like, no, he looks huge. He was way bigger than pro
Bruh.
grades. Like significantly bigger.
But like you look healthy too, though.
Oh yeah.
He looked healthy, like. Cause remember, I was about to shout him out. Remember a dude video I was watching. He be on the Sean Porter podcast. He a comedian, I think. Showbiz. The Bama Showbiz. Shout out to you, Showbiz, man. He had a video talking about Haney and his weight situation and all that. He was like showing pictures of like how he looked at before the fight at 135, how he looked at before the fight at 140. He basically was saying what you said, but you already said it. But we had to listen to him, and he basically like cemented what you said. Like, like he looked way better, but he took it to another level. Where he was saying certain things, and he was showing pictures. Remember the picture he zoomed on his eyes and all that. And I always hear boxers talk about like how people's eyes look, and that's like a tell like how healthy you really are. Like if you like had to kill yourself, you drain and all that. And like you see the pictures, you like, this man damn near look like a fucking zombie.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, what the fuck? I think he might have fucking altered that shit just to try to get his point across or something. I don't know. That shit looked wow, bruh.
It did.
I said, what the fuck? And then he showed the picture at 140. I said, young, like you can see it. Like he look way healthier, way stronger. Like, and that shit just made him a different man, a different fighter. And now that shit also made me change my perspective about him a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Because now I got to look at all them previous fights with a little bit of, like, he was killing himself to do that shit. And he still was doing what he was doing. Like, he was killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we know he walk around 150 plus. So he already kicked it. You cutting weight, period. But he was cutting a lot of weight. And he was at 135 for, like, his whole career. That's what I'm saying. He was. That's who he was. So he started off as a teenager. Like, he didn't grow to a grown man. So he was killing himself to fucking be that. So that 5 pound made him, dog. He's a different animal right now, y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
he's different.
so it's like this is a little different now. Like, it's not like I don't look at him like I used to look at him 2 weeks ago. Like that fucking
Man,
fight
look.
just showed me a lot about Haney, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like if Tank was to go to 140, he's not gonna just like you're not gonna see like a boost of like, oh my god, he looked bigger, he looked strong, he looked healthier, because he's not like a bigger guy naturally. So that's not gonna give him that. That's gonna give Haney that. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. Was like when it comes to their fight in particular, like he's a bigger dude already. So it's like you can't just say like, oh, weighing at 140 and it is what it is. Like, and that's gonna be fair. That's gonna be the rules, but that's not gonna be fair, bro, to anybody reasonable and sensible, bro.
And then,
you know what I'm saying?
And then as you talk, I'm thinking now. I don't remember Bill Haney saying tank at 135. You know what I'm saying? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully somebody can give me some proof if I'm wrong.
They've been calling him out for a minute.
I know.
But what you specifically said, you're right though.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And that's exactly why they saying what they saying now. Because they know they got the little leverage on that. So they can like talk that shit and like be like, yeah, I dare you to try to come up here. And certain fans gonna just take that around with like, yeah, 140. Tank, you fought Barrios at 140. Why you can do it with Haney? So they know what's going on. They know certain fans gonna take that bait and run with it and get the public perception on their side. That's what they want. Like I said, I fuck with Bill for that shit. I had no problem. That's the sports, the politics, that's the game. You gotta play the game, and that's the side they on. Like he acknowledged that they're the B side. So you the B side, you gotta do shit to try to make yourself bigger and better. Obviously, they not only for the public image, but they want more money too. So they want to build it to a point so when they do set the table and make the deal, it's like, look, it ain't no whatever 65-35 or some shit. They gonna be like, we want 60-40 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Tank said he gonna get what he gonna get on his tweets.
Yeah, he gonna get.
Like, nah, we ain't know that shit.
Yeah, so it's like they using their side and Tank like, we don't gotta do all that. Y'all sit there doing all that to try to do. We can just, he ain't getting that. He ain't get what he want. He gonna get what he get. Yeah, he can just say that and keep it moving. He the A side. And that's what one of the callers was trying to explain to boxing, the boxing voice. One of the callers, what they was calling, he called in like 3 times. He the one that started mentioning all the fights that like people was taking cash waste and they had clauses and all that. He was trying to make that point to the boxing voice to basically be like, we act like we haven't seen this before. We don't understand what's going on, why it's going on. Mm-hmm. He brought up the De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Canelo, Triple G. Like, and he brought up several other fights that, we done seen people kind of be in the same round, but they might not be in the exact same weight class at the time. And they kind of meet in the middle, however they meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? To make it as fair as possible. And obviously, nobody going to agree with some shit unless they feel like, it's cool enough for them. Yeah. Even, like I said, even though De La Hoya, as I said, it was fucked up. I could see my own eyes. He was fucking drained and he ain't had no energy. He was small as shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, he knew that was the only way that fight was going to be even fair at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He knew what it was.
Pacquiao wasn't going to come up to 154 and fight him. What the fuck? Or they could have did the catch weight 150, something like that. They should have did that.
He was on the other side of it too when he fought B-Hop. So he gets it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He gets it. And then people understand that shit. Like, when you want these big fights for like I said, people that's not quite in the same division at the same time, whatever, you gotta make certain sacrifices to meet in the middle, dog. Yeah. Like, we understand that shit. So it's like, oh, we ran at 140 where my son clearly now comfortable and clearly is bigger and better. We ran at 140. Oh, now, yeah. What's up, Tank? Yeah, we were at 140 now. Yeah, come here to 140. You trying to get that man to jump to 140 where your son has a clear advantage. Like, we not stupid, bro. Like you said, he wasn't saying Tank at 135 because he know his son wasn't going to have that clear advantage. He was going to get his little ass broke the fuck up. Like, stop what you're doing. Like, I fuck with you, Haney, but you're going to get broke up at 135 with Tank. You clearly have a chance now at 140. You have a chance, for sure. I'm going to say that. Because what I just seen, I already knew who you are. I know what you brought to the table. But what I just seen, the way you just did what you did, I know you have a chance against Tank. I'm not saying you can beat him or you're going to whoop him or nothing. But I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I know you have a chance. But that boy Tank's special, y'all. He different. He got some shit in his heart and his soul and all that, too, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, he really, like, Tank going to have to really beat that boy. He got to put him down. And I never seen Tank get put down. And I barely seen Haney put anybody down. So the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? The math ain't mathing. Cause like I said, Tank got one of the highest connection rates in the sport of boxing. He's an underrated boxer. Like he doesn't waste too much energy and all that. Like when he swings, he's swinging for reasons and purposes. And he's going to get a bender. He's going to touch you, Devin. The boxer voice. He going to touch Devin. Pause. He going to touch him up. All right? So make sure he ready for that, man. Make sure y'all ready for that. Because y'all doing a whole lot of barking and all that. Y'all saying my man Tank doing a lot of barking. He the top dog while he can't fight the top dog. Like I said, let the business shit play out, man. And stop capping out here. Y'all capping, man. Stop what y'all doing. You know, and I appreciate all the real boxer fans, man. This shit get back lit, like I said. We about to have a hell of a next few years. This next run of years about to be spectacular. It's about to be special. I don't know what Bud Crawford got in store for us. I don't know what Canelo got in store for us. I don't know what the hell happened with them. You know what I'm saying? And then we got these young boys trying to really make their legacy now secure. You got Ryan Garcia, you got Devin Haney, you got Tank Davis. Those are the 4 guys that we've been knew about for like the last decade now that was coming up. And
T.O., of course.
T.O., I was about to get the T.O., and I'm glad you said T.O. T.O., that's my dog. When he beat Lomachenko, I bet money on T.O. You was sitting right here, right?
Yeah.
And you know I was sitting right here with us. We was watching that fight. I say I'm putting money on T.O. I just got a feeling he about to win. I'm watching it. I see what's going on. He a little too big. He athletic. He quick. I feel like he can box good enough for Lomachenko, and that's what he did. He beat him. T.O., I fuck with T.O. And T.O. then got better. And like that shit, whatever he was going through that was fucking him up, that shit clearly was real. Like, cause he came back after that next fight. He said he was like, he passed it, and you could see he fought like it. Like he fought way, like he had a whole different energy. Like you could see he was like, okay, this the T.O. I felt like that he was about to develop to. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a problem. Nobody really want to fight him at 140. Hey, Bill. That's what you need to be talking. Why are you trying to get somebody else from another division to fight your son so bad? Worry about what the people in your division. Ain't T.O. 140?
Yeah.
Holla at T.O.
He got the belt.
Holla at T.O. Bill. Cause like you're not slick. Like you might get the boxing voice and people like that to go for the rigmarole, and you might get Pro Grade to go for the rigmarole with all that, the rigmarole and all that. I'm not going for the rigmarole. I see what's going on. My eyes is way clear. I got 20/10 vision, bro. 20/10 vision. I just went to the doctors this year or last year and did it again. 20/10. I can see real good. You hear me? So I see what's going on. We know what the hell going on. So why you worry about Tank so much? Worry about your division now, sir. Cause Tank not in your division, sir. You trying to get this man to come up and we don't need no clauses and all this shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I sounded real goofy, bro. But like I said, I know what you're doing, Bill. I'm not mad at you at all. I love what you're doing. And like the fans even like whatever. Like, you know, I just don't like I'm just calling out where it's like I feel like people that I feel like should know better, and I feel like they kind of like really taking that shit and running with it, where it's like, whoa, bro, I thought you knew better than that. Like, I thought you could see clearer than that. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You really taking that narrative and running with that like that? Like, you don't see the games getting played? Like, you really taking that shit to at face value like that? Like, nah, that's the shit that's kind of throwing me off. But like I said, to each his own, man. I ain't mad at nobody. Your opinion is your opinion. I respect your opinion. Like I said, I subscribe to you, the Boxing Voice. So just because I disagree with this one thing, that doesn't mean I don't, enjoy your content and your channel and don't respect you and your opinion and nothing like that. I just disagree, like I said. So I don't agree, and we gonna see with a dust settle when the smoke clear, man. We gonna see who was right and who was wrong with the situation or whatever, man. But like I said, I feel like it's a couple years away, and I'm usually right with shit like this. So watch how that shit gonna go. It's gonna pop off at the time I said it's gonna pop off. About a good 2 years, maybe a little before, maybe a little after. Well, around 2 years, and it's gonna be well worth it. Trust me, it's gonna be well worth it. But definitely had to come tap in and holler at y'all about this, man, because it's getting crazy out here in the social media streets with all this action with Haney, my man Tank. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Bro, do you want to holler at them one more time, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, one thing I will give a little prediction before I go. I think I could see Tank and T.O. fighting before Tank and Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I think T.O., he at the position to where he don't got to do so much on the narrative side Tank for them two to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's in a he feels comfortable enough in his position. You know, he want more money and stuff and all that. But I think he know that the people is on his side. The people see he willing to fight anybody, so he ain't worried about the money too much. Unlike Haney, who's still trying to grab much respect that he can. T.O. Got that already. So T.O. and Tank, I could see that first. You know what I'm saying? In a year or two.
That's crazy. That's interesting. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's interesting. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. Style make fights for some reason. As a Tank fan, I like fear T.O. more than Haney. I don't know why. I fear him more than Haney because like
I do.
He could sit somebody down.
Ooh.
Like I'm really, I know he can sit your ass the fuck down. Like Haney, I ain't really worried about him sitting nobody down. Like especially like real, like you know what I'm saying. Even though Regis was real, like at the time of the fight, supposedly like he didn't put him out. He sat him down one time. That's what I'm saying. Teo can put you out. That's what I mean by sit you down.
Yeah.
Like sit you down, your ass not getting up.
Yeah.
And it's like. That's like I said. I ain't saying he will do that to Tank. I never seen Tank hit the canvas yet. But at the same time, we none of us have. But at the same time, it's like I know he got the potential for real. And it's like he's a real fighter. He got real quickness. He got like athleticism. Like he got like pop. He got a little head move. He got good feet. Like not the best feet, but good feet. Like he's put together. Like he can give like Tank real problems. Like physically and shit like that too. Where it's like. He can box with Tank, and he's like physically gonna have the advantage. He's taller and shit like that. He's gonna have the bigger reach and all the reach than Tank. That's what I'm saying. Teo can box. Like he can box. He can use his jab and shit like that, and really make that shit a problem for you. Like especially that's his advantage. He's gonna do that kind of shit. So that can really get Tank problems. Like so that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting. But man, that's what I'm saying. So many possibilities. Like the future is endless with this boxing shit, man. We just getting started with this new era of greatness, man. So. We just excited to be a part of it as fans, man, to keep watching this, man, and watch how things unfold in the future, man. So, like I said, we appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Once again, it's your boy Ericoo. It's John. And we going to holler at y'all next time. We going to bring y'all more content as always, different sports, different topics, all that. We love it all, man. So, y'all make it your best time until the next time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We going to holler at y'all next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.